Hey everyone. So for those of you that don't know, we did not have class for first and second period today, so that's why I didn't post any videos earlier today of our Zoom meeting. That being said, I was going to put up like a long post on Google Classroom, and as I was typing it, I realized I'm just going to make a video, so it's easier to just listen or watch, whatever is easier to consume. So, a couple announcements. First of all, soft deadlines. So, I've been getting a lot of emails regarding stress in terms of completing the essay outline. I've extended the dates already, but even still, I want to address that a soft deadline doesn't mean like if you don't turn it in, you're going to get an F. And what I mean by that is it's really just like a self-pacing self-check for you. So around Friday, May 8th, you want to be done with your essay outline, but I also understand if you're not because you're seeking help from me, which I've been, taking my time and trying to design these essay writing self-paced videos that you all asked me to make. The essay outline, you don't have to turn anything in. It's just realistically by around May 8th, you should be either done or maybe even next week, you should start putting your first draft together. And that being said, so I have put up two of the first videos for writing an introduction, just up until what makes an introduction, and not necessarily the part that defines what is a thesis and what makes a good thesis. And I'll try to get that up either tonight or later this week, and along with the rest of the body paragraph video and how to write a counter argument. Thank you for being patient with that. On here is grading policy. If you saw my post a couple days ago, SFUSD's Board of Education announced that the grading policy for this semester will be a credit, no credit grade. And so just to clarify what that means, so credit, no credit is basically it's almost like pass or fail, but you just get credit for the class or you don't get credit for the class. They're basically removing the fail part. So you can't really fail the class, you just don't get credit for ever taking the class. And in college, there's a few classes that are like that. There's pass fail, there's credit, no credit, and there's a regular A through F grading scale. Credit, no credit specifically means that if you did the work in this class, the teacher or the institution will just give you credit for that. And I know that may not really explain everything, but in terms of graduation requirements, it'll give you those units or credits. Let's say, so English might be worth 4 credits by taking this class. You don't get an A or an F, you just earn those 4 credits for completing the work upon approval of whoever your teacher was. So the next thing that I'm going to address with how to get credit in my class. I've also been getting a lot of emails from students asking, does that mean I don't really have to attend class anymore? Does that mean I don't have to do any work? Depending on the teacher, definitely ask your teacher. In this class, this is how it's going to work. So I know there's a lot of students who have been struggling either with trying to bring their grade back up or whatever happened between January and March, and there's also family things going on, stuff going on at home, and so this is my compromise and accommodation for that. This is how you're going to earn credit for my class, by completing these last 4 things for the semester. So 1, with the videos that come up, you have to complete the Check for Understanding Google Forms, and it will ask you for your first and last name. You just have to submit those after watching the videos. Number 2, you have to receive at least 1 peer review, and I will put up a Google document with the assignment, and that'll come in the next few weeks, just so you get a second pair of eyes on your essay. I'm going to let you choose your partner. If you aren't able to contact anyone, I will create like a sign-up sheet so I can just randomly pair some of you, and you can just swap emails, read each other's essays, comment on Google Docs, and take care of it there. Number 3, so you got to turn in a journal once a week. I'm not going to, demand that it is turned in. By the end of this semester, you should have at least 7 journals. So there's 7 weeks since distance learning had started. You got to have at least 7 journals. And if you're continuing to turn in once a week, that's good. But I think what I'm just going to do now is collect them by the end of the semester. feel free to continue submitting them. I do read through as many as I can when I am grading them, but I think I'm just going to make it one grade in terms of just if you did it or you didn't do it, credit, no credit. The last thing is going to be finals. So there hasn't been any announcement of how finals will be held, but this is going to be my personal take on it. With the way that we have been taking this essay writing process, I've decided that our final is going to consist of two things: this essay and a Google form that's going to be part quiz, part reflection. And now, don't be scared that the form is going to be part quiz slash test. That there's really just going to be like some vocabulary, multiple choice in there, and it's just for you to show whether or not you learned anything from my class, and also some reflection questions and some feedback on how this class went for you, despite everything that's happened over the past couple months. Typically, my finals with my students in the spring, there would be a final exam, and then the last half of the exam was also a written portion where there's a written reflection. And since we're unable to do that together um, at the end of the school year, I'm going to transition that process to online. But again, I want to remind you that this final quote unquote quiz test exam, um, it's not going to be graded. If you do it, you get credit. If you don't, well, I can't give you credit for the class. So that's pretty much it. I think to clarify again what it means for credit, no credit is if you complete these 4 final things for the class, for our English class specifically, I will give you credit and you'll be good. Otherwise, you won't be getting any credit and you're going to be stuck with the grade that you had prior to the school shutdown. So if you have any questions, continue to email me. I'm trying to get through grades. I have like over 100 plus emails in my inbox, and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. Everybody, thank you for your patience, and make sure to stay updated on Google Classroom. The videos for essay writing are starting to roll out, so hopefully that will be helpful for you in your essay outline writing process.